Alright everyone, here's a little follow-up video. I'm going to try and demonstrate how the light meter works. As you can see there, this is very difficult to do, but you see that little black needle on the right and the gap? As you adjust the shutter speed or the aperture, that needle moves up and down. Usually speaking, anywhere near that gap is considered pretty much a balanced lighting situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the aperture now, and you'll see it's coming down. I'm adding light to the shot. See how slowly? So 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the lens is getting darker because I'm closing the pinhole. Right? As I click down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the aperture makes very small adjustments to get the needle into that gap. Now I'm going to adjust the shutter speed, and you'll see it moves a lot more on this dial on the top here. So I'm at a 60th now. I'm going to go to 125, 250, 500, and 1000. Now imagine you're on a sunny day. You've got this at 1000th up top, and your aperture is completely open, which is a 2 on this lens. I'm going to start dialing in the ring on the front here with my left hand until that needle starts to come down. Oh, sorry, I'm going the opposite way. Sorry. I have to crank this. There's way too little light coming in here. So I have my aperture all the way open. It's a 2. And I'm going to dial the shutter speed back down. So thousandths, I'm on 1000ths now, which is the maximum. And then I'm going to go to 500. Oops, wrong way. That's 500. 250. 125. 60. 30. So let's say you want to get a shot on the beach, right? And you've got your shutter speed. I'd say the minimum safe is a 125. If you go on a 60th and you're hand holding, you're going to blur the shot. So 125 is about the safest up top here, right? But let's say you want to go to 250. You know, you can be above the gap like that. You'll still get a pretty decent shot. Okay. Now I'm going to go from 1 to 50. Let's say you're at a 60th, right? And your aperture is open. Now we have a little bit too much light. You see the needles at the bottom there. So I'm going to dial the aperture up 1 click, 2, 3 clicks, 4 clicks, 5. And you can see there the lens got darker. We're now at 5.8. Sorry, we're at between 4 and 5.6, so I wouldn't even know. See the stop ring there, that's 4, 5.6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this all the way back down, which is opening, allowing more light in, and you'll see the needle's going to start moving down again. See how the needle's going back down. So that's how you play with these cameras. You know, some of the newer Nikons actually went up to 4000th up here, which was a nice feature. So this camera is very difficult to use with 400 film. It's just too light sensitive, and there isn't enough shutter speed on this camera. So with the camera that has 1000th shutter speed, try and work with 50 ISO or 100, and that'll at least allow you to use some of this. But if you have 400 film, you know, you start having to use so much aperture up here just to get not too much light, if that makes sense. But that's how you use the light meter. You can turn these around until the needle's in the gap and then hammer the shot. And as you learn over time, now there's a setting on here which is a B, which is bulb, which means it's going to stay open as long as you hold your finger on this. So if you have this on a very steady surface and it's a night light, on a bridge, you want to get some cars, you can maybe experiment. If you want to hold it open for like 2 minutes, you can put this all the way on 16, which will really slow it down, and you can put this in for maybe a minute and you'll eventually get all the lights in the city, which is very cool. If you have this open, you want to focus just on one thing, on bulb, then, you know, maybe do this for like maybe 10 seconds and see what happens. It's really fun. You can experiment like that, and you can push. You can underexpose or overexpose. You can allow too much light in, and it makes for some very cool effects. Don't think you need to follow the rules of these. That's what makes them so much more exciting than a phone. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you gleaned something from this.